All right, everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you how absolutely worthless and useless Everything Money's stock analyzer tool is. Now, these clowns have made you think that they're geniuses because they put together a tool that it took them approximately, 30 minutes to make. And I can tell you it took 30 minutes, at least for the numbers part. I don't know about the programming part, because I made this myself in about 30 minutes, okay? We'll just say an hour, just to be fair, okay? Because I had to check my math and stuff. Here is Everything Money Stock Analyzer tool in Microsoft Excel. Now, what they do is they take the trailing 12 months revenue and they apply some kind of revenue growth rate to it. They apply some kind of profit margin to it. And they apply some kind of price to earnings ratio at sale. So what that means is, they're saying that in 5 years, assuming this is a 5-year model, you're gonna, whatever earnings you have, you're gonna multiply that by 8, and that's gonna be the market capitalization of the company, okay? So you use all this to discount the future cash flows back to the present and get a buy point for the stock. Fair enough, right? This tool is fundamentally flawed, and I'm gonna show you a perfect example of how freaking worthless this thing is by using Smith & Wesson. Now, let's say you're
Paul Gabriel. Hey guys, Paul Gabriel here. Yeah, my daddy was richer than yours.
Let's say you're Paul Gabriel, right? And you want to do a DCF of Smith & Wesson. And let's say you were looking at Smith & Wesson in 2016. Well, if we go look at Smith & Wesson in 2016, we can see that they had $903 million of revenue for that year. So let's say at the end of 2016, we do our DCF and we project out the future cash flows, okay? So I go back here and I say, okay, 903 million in revenue. So I put 903 right here. And the shares outstanding were 56 million. I use the diluted shares outstanding. So basically, with our DCF, I have all the inputs I need. 5-year time horizon over the next 5 years. Our trailing revenue is 309 million, and we have roughly 56 million shares outstanding. Now, if you're Paul, you're going to look at prior revenue growth. And you're going to apply conservative assumptions. So you say, okay, 30%, negative 11, 6. Let's go ahead in our tool, and let's put 5% revenue growth for the low. Let's do 8% for the middle, and 12% for the high, or something like that, or 11%, whatever. All right, then you go back and look at the profit margin. This is really hard, guys.
Oh, the profit margin is 13%.
Is that the correct year? Oh, wrong year. 14%, 13, 8, 14. Okay, so for profit margin, we're going to do 8, 11, and 14. Why not? For PE, we're going to do 8, 10, and 12 because that's just what I randomly feel like doing. Blah, 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 blah. So at the end of the day, you get these buy points, okay? If you buy Smith & Wesson at $12.81, you're going to get a 12% rate of return. Blah, 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 blah. However, here's the problem, okay? This model is fundamentally flawed. Look at the revenue over the next couple of years. So Smith & Wesson, let me zoom in a little bit. It's the top row right here. They had 903 million in 2016. The next year, the first year of your model, they had 606 million. The second year, they had 481 million. And the third year, they had 529 million. And then a huge explosion because of the lockdowns. Blah, 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 blah. And then it started to return to the mean. Let's go compare this to the model, okay? So first year, 2017, 606 million is what they actually got. What does Paul's stupid little model say? Well, assuming a 5% revenue growth, their first year of revenue would be 948 million. So right off the bat, your model is projecting that revenue out at 5% per year, growing it at 5%, and you can see where it takes the revenue. Compare 948 million for the first year to 606. That's a $300 million swing. Oh, let's look at 2018. So 2018, their actual revenue was 481 million. What does Paul's stupid model say? Almost $1 billion in revenue. That's a $600 million difference. What a joke. 2019, 3 years out. $529 million. Let's look at year 3. Oh, $1.04 billion. That's only $500 million off in revenue. And of course, the PE and disposition, the PE is like, what, 3 or 4 right now? Do you not see? All it does is it takes the last 12 months revenue and then it grows it at a certain percentage rate, and it has no bearing on the actual future performance of the stock. It's a stupid guess. And if you pick the wrong date to grow your revenue, the wrong time period, it's going to be massively off. This was massively off. Yeah, it's not even close. This model is completely useless based on what we put in there, okay? So at the end of the day, their software sucks. You can't even customize the revenue. Now, I could go in there and say, well, I think revenue ran up a lot recently, and I could customize and freaking change these numbers to actually fit what I think their revenue is going to be to get an actual accurate depiction of their future cash flows. Everything Money's trash model can't do that, okay? But this is basically what they're doing. Oh, 903, let's grow it out. Oh, 5% per year. And it has nothing to do with the actual revenues. So hopefully you've seen this for what it is. If you don't understand, I can do another video, okay? But at the end of the day, this thing is hot trash. Everything Money is hot trash. They're selling you a gimmick for $30 a month that I made in 30 seconds. Or 30 minutes, an hour. 30 seconds. Not even I'm that smart. And it's just hot trash, okay? Hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, leave a comment, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers!